and rum.
Ooh yeah. Well, alright, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, and I hope.
Hello folks, welcome to another of our Taste Buds episode, and today we are featuring this unusual fruit right here. It is called a breadfruit. If you're not from Jamaica and or the Caribbean, you may not be so familiar with it. Alright, in Jamaica it is a staple. Almost every household has consumed breadfruit sometime or the other. Alright, and it goes very well with different types of protein, whether you're vegan or if you like meat, whatever different types of meat. If you are pescatarian, whatever kind of tarian you are, the breadfruit can work with it. Alright, so today I'm gonna feature this breadfruit, and I simply want to do a tutorial as to how to prepare this. My preparation of choice is to roast it, guys, and usually what we do in Jamaica is that we light some fire on the coal or the barbecue or whatever means you have to light fire, and you just toss the breadfruit in that fire and it is roasted. Once the skin goes totally black, it's roasted, and once you have inserted a knife and it comes out clean, it's roasted. Alright, now the breadfruit is quite hard, and so you have to roast it and or boil it to make it edible. Alright, some people fry it. This morning, as a matter of fact, when I was purchasing this one, I spoke with a Hispanic lady who says what she does is to just simply cut it up and fry it. Make breadfruit chips, I guess. In Jamaica, we normally fry it as well, but one of the things that we do is we would roast it first before we fry it. And so that's how we usually consume it. So today I'm gonna roast this, but however, because I'm not home, I don't have the access to the open flame like we do in Jamaica, I'm gonna do a stovetop version. For those persons who live in New York City or places where you have limited and restricted access to open flame, you can do it on your stove. And so this is what we're gonna do this morning. And guys, I'm using an electric stove as well. I'm not using a gas stove, so it's gonna be interesting, but I've done it before. Alright, so the first step that you want to do is to prepare your breadfruit, and it means to cut out this stem area here. Alright, now once you gently and carefully insert the knife blade down into the stem. Alright, and guys, you have to be careful because you don't want to cut yourself. Alright, you're just gonna take out as much of the stem as possible. Alright, see? Alright, that's good. Then you're gonna turn the breadfruit around, and you're just gonna take your knife and just make two slits on the top, like in a cross section type of slit, like an X. And there you have it. Your breadfruit is now ready to go on your stove. So let's get it on. And there's the stove, guys, and you just want to put your flame or your stove on high, and then you want to make sure your breadfruit is standing. Alright, and you put your breadfruit on. Alright, now guys, you have to pay attention to this, because as your breadfruit roasts, it may roll off. You have nothing to prop it up with or anything like that. You're just putting it on and allowing it to do its thing. Alright, for those persons who have a gas range, obviously the elements at the top is going to be different, so you may have it more secured. But for those who are using the electric range like I am, you have to watch it, and each movement of the breadfruit will require you to securely place it on. I'm turning my stove on high as it is right now, and as soon as it gets up to temperature, I'm gonna reduce it so that the breadfruit does not just burn on the outside but is raw on the inside. You want it to somewhat type like steam. Alright, and you will know what's happening because the slits that I've made on the top right here, those slits are gonna open up a little wider as the inside cooks and the steam escapes. All right, so guys, this is what you want to do, and you're pretty much gonna watch your breadfruit or gauge the period of time that you have it on each side until you know that it's predominantly covered in soot. All right, because it's literally roasting, guys. See, it's literally gonna be charred all the way through. All right, so again, just make sure that you secure your breadfruit so they don't roll off the stove, and we'll continue to show you as it progresses even further. So this is what I meant, guys, when I told you that you have to secure the breadfruit. As you can see, it just roll off the stove, and that usually means it won't turn. The breadfruit have a life of its own. So now you just, move it to a more secure spot, turn it to a better side, and you go ahead with your roasting just the same. All right, let me close the door so you can see the breadfruit a little bit better. And there you go, see? So now it's taking on, the bottom area, the discoloration there on the skin. All of this is indication that it is warming up, it is getting a little bit hotter, and you just have to keep meticulously at it and until you get all of the breadfruit this way. Also, once it starts to get more and more roasted and more heated, this will start, as I can feel heat coming out of it right now, it will start to blow a little bit of steam through those vents that I cut, or slits that I cut on it. All right, so your breadfruit is doing good. All right, so now we have to turn our breadfruit. As you can see, it's getting a little bit too charred on this side. Should have been turned from before, but we didn't, so it gets super charred. So guys, be careful of that. All right, so yeah, we're turning our breadfruit now, and as you can see now, it's starting to steam out of there. Just be careful, guys. As I said, I have a lot of stuff doing, so now it's a little bit charred, but it should not have been there so long. All right. So now we are ready to take off our breadfruit, and because the breadfruit hot, I'm just taking the knife and inserting it in the cavity and move it over to the table. Now guys, I'm gonna show you the quickest and easiest way to peel your breadfruit without doing two things, without burning yourself and also without having the whole entire place block up. So you want to put down newspaper as you see in there, and then you pretty much just want to cut your breadfruit in the middle, just cut it open like that. I'm gonna use some hand towels to cover the clear white part or the insides of the breadfruit, and from there I can easily manage it. Again guys, I would recommend that you allow it to cool, but because I'm in a little bit of a rush because I'm hungry, I'm gonna peel it before it actually cools. So guys, I'm just showing you how easily you can peel your breadfruit. Just cover the insides with the hand towel so that that the soot from the outer shell or outer skin don't get on the inside, don't mess it up. And then you take your time and meticulously go around and peel your breadfruit like such. And guys, I always say be careful how you use your knife, and a lot of people are gonna come for me. They're gonna say you should cut away from yourself. So guys, I am not advising you to cut like how I am cutting. It's just that I have developed this little thing, I've been doing it for quite some time. So guys, bear with me with the cutting. It's not the most careful cutting that I'm doing. Well, now it's a little bit better. And as I said before, guys, this is much easier when the breadfruit is cool. You don't have to, be so careful or you have to worry if it's going to burn you. You just hold it and do what you're doing. All right. So now that I'm getting all the skins off, nice. This is how the breadfruit wants to be. It's going to take on a bread-like consistency. And guys, you really and truly must try this roasted, because it is really and truly a good thing. Yeah, man. All right. And you just make sure you clean up all little areas, and then we're going to take out that inside piece, or the heart or the pit. We're going to take out that section next. All right. So there you go, guys. You just want to cut through and take out that piece. And again, I'm sort of going a little bit, you know, because it's hot. I have to take my time. Yeah. You can see the steam coming out. Steam rising up. All right, I cut that one a little bit short, so I need to go back in and clean up that. But guys, guess what? As you know, some people eat the heart of the breadfruit. They don't have a problem with it, so don't worry about it. If you leave a little bit on the inside there, it's not that big of a deal. All right, so we're just gonna clean up the rest of the breadfruit, and then I'm gonna take you to the next step, which is to slice him up for frying. Yes, because I got to fry it and show you how we go about frying our roasted breadfruit as well, don't you think? Yeah, man. So all right, see, now this is the final piece. We're just gonna clean out this one. Yeah, and it is hot. Again, guys, do not cut towards your hand like I am doing there. I apologize for not showing you good knife etiquette. All right, so now guys, you want to slice your breadfruit in manageable pieces. You don't have to go as thick as I am doing right there, but because the breadfruit is hot, I know it will fall apart if I go too thin. All right, so that's why I'm cutting it so thick, and I'm just doing that to show you how we fry our roasted breadfruit. Otherwise, you could cut it just like that and present it on the plate, and that's good enough as well. So a lot of people love their breadfruit roasted like that, and just nice with some ackee and saltfish or some mackerel rundown or something, you know them way there. But I'm gonna cut these up and fry them just to show you how nice it is when you fry it as well. All right, yes, man. So this is how you go about frying it now. You want to put some cooking oil, you know, maybe about 3 or 4 tablespoons of cooking oil, or you want to just make sure that there's enough oil to cover the bottom of the pot. You don't want to deep fry it, but you want to make sure you have adequate amount of oil. Keep your flame on a medium to low heat, and then you just add your breadfruit. Some people add salt before, but I prefer adding salt after. All right, so once your breadfruit is in, you're gonna just allow them to get golden brown. That's all you're doing. You don't want it to burn. You don't want it to become too crispy, you know, like a breadfruit chip. You just want it to have a nice golden brown color, and then it's pretty much done. Yeah, so make a fry up that breadfruit, you know. And see, once it starts to get that nice golden brown color, that's when you want to flip it. And then after flipping, you do the same thing for maybe about 5 to 7 minutes thereabout, depending on the flame. Again, you don't want the fire too hot, or else it will burn, guys. And yeah, you don't want to burn up this beautiful breadfruit, trust me. All right, so after about 5 minutes on each side, it is pretty much done, guys. And I promise you, there is no mystery to making roast breadfruit using your stovetop and or your oven. If you want to put it in the oven, you can just do the same thing that I did. Slit the one side of it and just put it on the oven rack for 45 to an hour, and yeah, it will bake. So there you have it, guys. I just add some salt at the end, and just, you know, just to have a little flavor, add some salt to the end. If you don't want to add salt, that's fine. And we have breadfruit, roasted fried breadfruit, and here I'm presenting the two things, the breadfruit both roasted and fried. And guys, I do appreciate you for logging on. This was a requested video by one of my viewers, and so remember, guys, as always, turn your hand and make fashion. Try a thing, and try new things. If you have never had breadfruit before, it is worth trying, guys, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Remember, as always, to check out Yardie TV, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about the videos that is on Yardie TV, and as always, every single time I have to tell you this, live and laugh, cook and eat. Yeah, man, breadfruit nice, man, trust me. I gotta eat this with some chili right now, some vegan chili, and as I said, guys, you can have it with a host of different
Hello folks, welcome to another of our Taste Buds episode, and today we are featuring this quite unusual thing. If you're not from Jamaica and or the Caribbean, you may not be so familiar with it. It is called a breadfruit, guys. Yes, it's a breadfruit, and as you can see, it's quite big.